Welcome back to the channel. In today's video, I'll be showing you how to create ultra-realistic images using FLUX model. Here's a look at some images I created with FLX. You can try too. First, download the custom workflow from the ComfyUI blog. Under the Workflows section, I've also included the download link in the video description. Once downloaded, load the workflow into ComfyUI, and it should open up as shown on the screen. Now, if you encounter any missing nodes, head to the Node Manager and install them. Simply click Install, then restart ComfyUI to load everything up. With the workflow ready, you can enable or disable upscaling as needed. To get started with FLX, you'll need the FLX V1 model. You can use either FLX Dev or FX FP8. I've linked to these in the description as well. For this setup, I'm also using a LOAS called Ultra Real, which enhances realism. Download this LOAS and place it in the ComfyUI Models LOAS folder. When loading the LOAS, set the strength to around 0.90 for balanced detail. Here's a rundown of my recommended settings. Steps: start with around 40 steps for detailed results. You can experiment between 20 and 40 steps. Sampler: use DPM, DPMPP for realistic image quality. Resolution: choose your preferred output resolution. At 832 by 1264. Prompts and trigger words. For an ultra-realistic effect, I use specific trigger words. Here's an example prompt for a portrait image. Young woman, late teens to early 20s, light skin, seated in profile, wearing a red strapless top, applying lipstick. Dark brown long, layered hair with bangs and a few freckles. Minimal makeup in a softly lit bedroom, with a vanity and makeup items visible in the background. Evening lighting with a slightly grainy and moody quality. After setting up the prompt, click Generate to create the image. As you can see, the results are incredibly realistic, almost as if taken on a smartphone. Tips for low VRAM systems. If you're working with limited VRAM, one way to optimize your image generation is by using Turbo Alpha. This lower the steps to 8 for a quick generation. As you can see, we didn't get the best result initially. What you need to do is increase the steps to 16, then generate the image. As you can see, the result is much improved. In just 16 steps, we can generate an image similar to what you'd get with 40 steps, though a few finer details might be missing. This method is very useful, especially if you have low VRAM. Now, let's bypass that and set the steps to 40 for better quality. Let's try another example with the following prompt. Cold, overcast winter day in Soviet style. The landscape shows an old, worn-out orange bus marked with the number 24 and 43382 on the front, traveling along a snowy road. We'll use this prompt to generate the image. Let's see how it turns out. Here's the result. As you can see, the details are clear, and the number 4382 is embedded correctly. The image is so realistic that it's hard to generate it by AI. Home. Now, let's move on to the next example. Here's the prompt I've given. Everything looks good, so let's generate the image. take a look at the result. You can see how realistic the image looks. It captures the foggy atmosphere of a silent hill-like area, just as I described. Now, let's move on to another example. Here's the prompt I've given: a young woman, at least 20 years old, with a pale complexion, long straight brown hair, and wearing a black graphic t-shirt with white text. She has natural makeup and is looking directly at the camera. In her left hand, she's holding a white plate with a piece of bread, and her right hand, she's holding a spoon with some boiled food. She's sitting at a table with a laptop in front of her, and there's a red curtain in the background. The setting is indoors, casual, with slightly dim lighting and an atmospheric quality. As you can see, it's a detailed prompt, and the result is a bit blurry, but the quality is still amazing. The image looks natural, almost as if it was taken by a mobile phone. Now, let's enable the upscale feature to see if it can fix the blurriness. I've enabled the upscale and clicked Generate. As you can see, the blurriness has been completely fixed, and the image now looks incredibly realistic. Now for one final example, we can try a resolution of 768 by 1280. I've disabled the upscaling feature for this one, and I have already pasted the prompt. The prompt: a young woman, late teens to early 20s, standing in a dimly lit hallway with a ceiling light above her. Her long blonde hair cascades over her shoulder, creating a soft glow around her. These are the trigger words I used to generate the image. Is amateur quality. Now, take a look at the result. See how incredibly realistic this image looks. The lighting, the details, and the overall composition give it a natural, lifelike quality. That wraps up today's video. If you enjoyed it, be sure to subscribe to our channel for more videos like this. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.